Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Hope everybody's doing well at this start of the work week. Got about 2 more weeks of this month, 13 days. That's what they said. And then we'll be nearing summer, especially for us down here in the South. Them kids going to be out of school soon. So it's going to be more cars on the road. But we also have to highlight that we have about 13 more days left of New Black Media Appreciation Month. So I hope you guys have been going to your favorite New Black Media personalities, giving them a shout out, words of encouragement, hitting that Cash App. Would be nice if you did it for me, but you know, people ain't get paid yet probably. So it's all good. It's all good. But today, folks, we got to talk about the 15-minute cities. Oh, yes. Yes. You're going to start hearing this coming up very, very soon. And we're going to show, unfortunately, how each side of the political spectrum is using this. And yes, I'm going to rip up Donald Trump because he brought out his idea of 15-minute cities. And if he continues on this path, he's going to get obliterated in the general election next year and on the campaign trail. Got to make sure. Let's see who's up in here. We got Kelvin Black, hello, and D Shep, hello. Yes, we got to talk about this, family, because this is a scary proposition. Now, for those who don't know what a 15-minute city is, we're going to go over it really fast. So this concept has been in development for years through the World Economic Forum and the Davos Group. Maybe one day I'll do a show about the Davos Group and why we really need to also watch that as well. But for today, we'll just talk about the 15-minute cities. Tabernacle. So we're here on Wikipedia. We're going to start here. So it says the 15-minute city is an urban planning concept in which most daily necessities and services such as work, shopping, education, healthcare, and leisure can be easily reached by a 15-minute walk or bike ride from any point in the city. This approach aims to reduce car dependency, promote healthy and sustainable living, and improve well-being and quality of life for city dwellers. Now, they said that a lot of this came from the Paris model, where basically everybody there is either taking a bike or they're walking in their neighborhoods. You have your cafes, you have your grocery stores, your markets. Kids can walk to school easily, things of that nature. To me, this is a trick bag, because also with 15-minute cities, as convenient as it is, this has to go in line with the social credit system that they're trying to enforce here in America. Oh, I know I'm going to get in trouble for talking like this today, but we got to tell people and the family, we have to get everybody on board and everybody knowledgeable about this. Because you may think it's cool, but it's not cool. They want you to own nothing and like it. And if you don't, praise be to whatever God you serve, because with the social credit system, they will make sure that you do not function in their ideal society. Can't have that. Life is about choice. Life is about choice. Yes, you will be enlightened today. So, the 15-minute city. Implementing the 15-minute city concept requires a multidisciplinary approach involving transportation planning, urban design, and policy making to create well-designed public spaces, pedestrian-friendly streets, and mixed-use development, which you see a lot in our big cities, especially when they shut down streets for festivals, or they're doing these green streets like they used to do in New York, where on a certain day they would just shut down the street. People can bike and walk through. They've even started to actually cut lanes of roadway for these, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. I understand the bike riders, those fools who can't understand the rules of the road. I understand they need to be serviced as well, but that's just accidents waiting to happen. Hell, I've seen many a bike rider hit the pavement in Manhattan, and Manhattan has about 3 lanes on any given long street. So we'll say screw them on that point. This change in lifestyle may include remote working, which reduces daily commuting and is supported by the recent widespread, availability of information and communications technology. The concept has been described as a return to a local way of life. So this is what they've been doing since, the scandemic started. But taking ICT further, y'all remember how we were in school in the libraries and we were doing projects, or we were like learning how the internet works, and we had land connections, local area networks? That's basically what they want to implement with these 15-minute cities. Basically, your job can be either in that in that area or away, but you could still work. And then you go outside, you got to go get groceries, literally walk within 15 minutes. You want to go get something to eat at a restaurant, there's going to be restaurants within 15 minutes. Schools, 15 minutes. It may sound all well and good, but I don't think, especially as anybody in New York City, I don't think the rest of the country wants to be on top of each other. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, how did we get here? Is the question. Well, as I said, this has been going on for at least the last decade through the World Economic Forum. That great group. I say that facetiously, of course. But considering that information got leaked out, they've been trying to discredit it, saying it's not true, folks. It's not true. This was just an idea. We're not going to do this into fruition. Right. Tabernacle. So this came out February 27th via CNN. How 15-minute cities turned into an international conspiracy theory. Again, this is the World Economic Forum at work. This is them saying that this ain't true. You got this from Alex Jones. You got this from MAGA. You got this from those message boards that you guys like to frequent. We don't go on message boards. We go on Twitter. We have telegrams. We got Facebook, TikTok for those who use TikTok. We use this. We not about this life. We not about this life. But let's read. Duncan Enright never imagined he'd get death threats over a plan to reduce grinding city traffic. But it is exactly what happened to the local politician in the UK who found himself deluged with abusive messages on social media and by email over his involvement in a proposed traffic filtering trial run in the city of Oxford. The plan, designed to reduce the use of snarled up city roads during peak traffic times, would require residents to get permits to drive through the filters enforced by cameras on 6 key roads. By the way, New York City tried this. I don't know if they implemented it, but this was one of their plans. Congestion pricing, which means that at peak times during the day, rush hours mostly, if you wanted to go into Manhattan, you'd have to pay for it. Now, for those who know, there are many free access ways to get into Manhattan that you don't have to pay. Queensboro Bridge, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Williamsburg. And also, if you go further uptown, you could go, if you're coming from the Bronx, you go Willis Avenue, 3rd Street, Third Avenue Bridge. But what they wanted to do was put tolls on there. And we all know how the tolls in New York City are. I mean, goddamn, you go from Brooklyn to Staten Island, you paying damn near $20. That's right. All you Texas and Chicago people and that down here in Atlanta. Yeah, $20 to go from borough to borough. That's right. I said it. So yeah, there you go. Now you see why people left. Back to the story. The accusations flung at Enright were wild and varied, and mostly from people with no connection to Oxford. He said many were from outside the UK. They claimed he wanted to confine people to their neighborhoods and accused him of being part of a malign international plot to control people's movement in the name of climate action. Well, haven't we not been hearing that the last 3 years? Climate control. There's too much carbon emission going out. We've got to reduce it. You got Greta, you got that Greta Thunberg who does her face does look like a thumb running outside saying that adults are bad and we need to clean this up. Yet I ask a question, how the hell is she getting to all these functions where she gets to talk? Pretty sure you got to take a plane. Last I checked. But, do as I say, not as I do. That's what they say. It was quite alarming, Enright told CNN. I haven't really had anything like that before in my many years in local government. Enright had been swept into conspiracy theory. Here we go. Fast gaining pace around the world, which has rebranded plans to cut traffic, reduce air pollution, and increase walking and cycling in cities known as climate lockdowns. Oxford has become a flashpoint in part because its traffic filtering plan has been conflated with a separate proposal in the city to create 15-minute cities, the main focus of the conspiracy theories' ire. What are 15-minute cities? Type 15-minute cities into social media and be prepared for a barrage of claims. The idea will usher in dystopia. People will be fined for leaving their district, or it is urban incarceration. Well, here we go. Aren't they not doing this in China? Or did I miss something? Maybe I missed it, but they're doing this in China. Just saying. They're doing this in China. Especially with what happened during the lockdowns. And Australia as well. They were locking people in their homes. They were torching their doors shut. They were soldering their doors shut. We saw the videos. People were behind bars in their homes. They were putting up bars, only being let out at certain times, or if they need to go get something like food. But yeah, it's a conspiracy theory. Got it. And by the way, if they torch this on YouTube, you can go find it on Rumble under my name, Kid Gravity Beyond. So I'm sure they're going to restrict this. Won't give me my full monetization, but that's okay. I'd rather teach the people. The concept, however, is pretty simple. Everything you need should be within a roughly 15-minute walk or cycle from your home, from healthcare and education to grocery stores and green spaces. Well, I could just go straight outside and go on the grass, but okay. Excuse me. The aim is to make cities more livable and connected with less private car use, meaning cleaner air, greener streets, and lower levels of planet heat pollution. Around a fifth of the world's human-caused planet warming pollution comes from transportation, and passenger cars make up more than 40% of this. Carlos Moreno, a professor at the Sorbonne University in France, is credited with first coining the term 15-minute cities, but the broad concept is not new. I want y'all to remember this name because we're going to talk about Mr. Moreno. This idea takes inspiration from many urbanists, starting from Jane Jacobs, who in the last decades have been advocating for compact, lively, and therefore more walkable urban environments. Alicia Calafiore, lecturer in urban data science and sustainability at the University of Edinburgh. You can walk in New York City depending on the neighborhoods. What the hell are you talking about? I think these motherfuckers just don't like grass. I think that's what it is. They don't like natural grass. I think that's what it is, but I could be wrong. It has gained traction internationally. In Paris, Mayor Anne Hidalgo based their 2020 re-election campaign in part on a plan to create 15-minute cities. The city has banned cars from parts of the sign, adding hundreds of miles of cycling routes and created mini parks. Ottawa has proposed 15-minute neighborhoods. Melbourne, Australia plans to adopt 20-minute neighborhoods, and Barcelona in Spain has been implementing a car-free super block strategy, which is what I was talking about with New York City. So this was a car-free day in Paris along the Champs-Élysées. To me personally, I don't see the point. But all right. Even some U.S. cities have taken up the idea. Here we go. Portland introduced 20-minute neighborhoods more than a decade ago, while O'Fallon, Illinois recently published a strategy to, quote, grow from a typical suburban community to a community where everything you need within 15 minutes. On my Illinois people, y'all better watch that. This could be Chicago's way of segregating the entire city. Y'all better watch that. And when I mean segregate, I mean dividing that city up and putting it on maps. And if you want to go to the next side of the city, you might have to pay. I'm just saying. Scamdemic lockdowns helped boost the popularity of the concept as people confined to their neighborhoods were forced to reevaluate their local area. But we had the mayor of New York City and Nancy Pelosi say, shop in your local Chinatowns, when we know most of these people don't live near Chinatowns. All right. Got it. Besides, people should be shopping in their neighborhoods anyway, but, you know. Maybe if they weren't so anti-black and then they show up in our neighborhoods and act like they like us, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. But then again, you know, the hell do I know? I read that already. Quote, we have become more aware of how important living in well-served areas is. No shit. No shit. Maybe if you did this for black folks, we wouldn't have so many gripes. No shit. No shit. Don't you just love it when they figure things out after we tell them? Like they have epiphanies.
If you're not careful, I'll give you a look at.
They just figure things out so late in life after we tell them this. You didn't realize how important it is to live in the area where you have everything. You didn't realize this. Wow. Got it. Yet now the mere mention of 15-minute cities online will bring a slew of angry commentators. Quote, that planning has become the conspiracy theory of 2023. Who would have thought? Asked Alex Nurse, a lecturer in geography and planning at the University of Liverpool, who was deluged with messages after his recent article about 15-minute cities in the conversation. My inbox died, he told CNN. Birth of a conspiracy theory. So how did this fairly mundane strategy become a flashpoint for a spiraling climate-related conspiracy theory? Well, dumbass, the whole point of the 15-minute city is to reduce climate. Y'all admitted this, which I'm going to show you later. Y'all admitted this. So how is it a conspiracy theory? White supremacy taking both sides of the argument. For years, certain actors within the fossil fuel industry have been trying to whip up anger about climate action by rebranding it as, quote, climate tyranny, says Jenny King, head of climate research and policy at the Institute for Strategic Dialogue, a think tank focused on disinformation and extremism. Pre-2020, however, they struggled to get traction, she told CNN. That changed with the scamdemic. A series of media articles arguing we should rebuild a post-coffee venereal disease world that could maintain the drops in planet warming pollution were seized upon to turbocharge a narrative claiming governments wanted to limit freedoms in the name of climate action. The World Economic Forum's Great Reset initiative, billed as an effort to tackle inequality and climate crisis post-pandemic, fanned the flames. The term climate lockdown started swirling around, pushed by right-wing think tanks and climate skeptic media figures. From there, it filtered down to more extreme conspiracy theories, King said, including the Q people and anti-Belle Biv DeVoe groups. Fox News took it up along with high-profile climate deniers. By the way, Fox News is getting sued by the Dominion machines, and they halted the trial today because it was supposed to start today because Fox News might be working on an out-of-court settlement. So let's see how much they're going to pay. Let's see. D Chef said this sounded like gentrification 3.0. Yes, you will own nothing and like it. No more planes, so you can't go travel. You can't go out of state. Ordinary people were swept along too. The pandemic left millions with genuine trauma and real concerns about government overreach, King said, and that has been weaponized by a vast ecosystem of bad actors. Sure. Disinformation is opportunistic. The idea of 15-minute cities fits neatly into the climate lockdown conspiracy theory, partly because it's easy to spin that way. Quote, the conspiracy theorists are right that you can't make a real city out of self-contained enclaves. Those would just be villages. Carlo Ratti, an architect, engineer, and professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he directs the MIT Sensible City Lab, told CNN. But it misinterprets the idea, he said. It, quote, gives people the freedom to live locally, but does not force them to do so. So when people say, I don't want to live where I'm at, you're going to tell them no? I ain't let me know. You're going to tell them no? Interesting. You're going to tell them no. They just don't listen. But all right. Yet disinformation is opportunistic, especially when it comes to climate, King said. Anything can be a lightning rod for manufactured controversy, and when an issue starts to receive attention, a host of different actors flood into the space, she added. You mean people that research it? All right. In December, Canadian clinical psychologist and climate skeptic Jordan Peterson posted a tweet attacking 15-minute cities. Quote, the idea that neighborhoods should be walkable is lovely. The idea that idiot tyrannical bureaucrats can decide by fiat where you're allowed to drive is perhaps the worst imaginable perversion of that idea. In early February, UK politician Nick Fletcher raised the conspiracy in Parliament, calling 15-minute cities an international socialist concept. They claim they will cost us our personal freedom. And last weekend, online theories spilled into real-life protests as thousands of people, many from outside the area, took to the streets of Oxford to protest the traffic filtering and 15-minute city proposal. Boy, they know about their hair over there in the UK. There are, of course, plenty of criticisms of 15-minute cities, including their potential to fracture cities, furthering existing inequalities between richer and poorer areas. This is what I just said about Chicago. This is exactly what I just said about Chicago. It's like this in New York City as well. And Enright in Oxfordshire acknowledged local people have legitimate concerns about the traffic filtering plan. They will continue to consult, he said. But this successful spinning of a huge conspiracy theory by miscasting the intentions of 15-minute cities has worrying long-term implications for climate action, King said. Uh-huh. Look at that picture. Governments, both local and national, may find it very hard to implement any policies that even touch on the climate crisis, she warned. Quote, they are the most vulnerable at the moment to this enormous surge of hostility and public mobilization. And look at these two scumbags right here. So there's that. That's CNN's take. That's CNN's take. Now we're going to get over to the right's take. And Trump, you dumb motherfucker, you're actually gonna fall for this. You so dumb. You got the goddamn election in your hand and you doing dumb shit like this.
insult to my existence.
I only played that because I had Biden on the screen. But yeah, Trump said he wants to implement his own version of 15-minute cities. Yes, he did. Let's hear what he said.
Former president and 2024 Republican presidential leader Donald Trump laid out his futuristic urban development proposals for what he says will be
a quantum leap in the American standard of living.
Insider reports Trump shared his plans on a video released on Truth Social, in which he called for the creation of 10 new freedom cities to be built on government-owned land.
These freedom cities will reopen the frontier, reignite American imagination, and give hundreds of thousands of young people and other people, all hardworking families, a new shot at home ownership and, in fact, the American dream.
He also called for investments in transportation and vertical takeoff and flying cars.
I want to ensure that America, not China, leads this revolution in air mobility.
The former president also introduced the concept of baby bonuses, destined to give money to families to encourage a baby boom.
I will dramatically increase living standards and build a future that brings our country together through excitement, opportunity, and success.
Yeah. So you're going to use government land.
Former president and 2024 Republican presidential.
So you're going to go on government land and build cities. Talking about you're going to open the frontier. You're literally destroying the frontier. But okay. You're going to do that. Home ownership. This is what he said. That kind of defeats the purpose, sir. You're kind of defeating the purpose. You're going to confine people to an area. You're basically doing exactly what the World Economic Forum wants. You want to restrict people's movement. How is that freedom? Then you want to pay people to have kids so you can have a baby boom. They just be talking. All right. Let's go to the World Economic Forum. We'll start with this. The surprising stickiness of the 15-minute city. Now, this was last March. Urbanism trends come and go. Broadacre City, Radiant City, Echo City. Yet, the 15-minute city concept, which implies having all necessary amenities within a short walk, bike ride, or public transit trip from one's home, has demonstrated stickiness not just as an idea, but as a powerful tool for action. From Paris to Seoul, from Bogota to Houston. For longtime urbanists, the 15-minute city seemed to merely repackage the historic urban pattern of development. Walkable mixed-use districts. Old wine, new bottle, as the saying goes. But for new framing to ignite a global urbanist movement, clearly there's more going on. The obvious yet incomplete answer is the thing. Would Paris's mayor and Hidalgo have pushed for progressive urban design without this framing? Undoubtedly. But with coffee venereal disease and its variants keeping everyone home or closer to home than usual, the 15-minute city went from a nice to have to a rallying cry, meaning all of one's needs within a walking, biking, or transit distance was suddenly a matter of life and death. The scamdemic created an urgency around equitable urbanism that sidelined arguments about bike lanes and other amenities that have roiled communities for years. The term was coined in, that's Carlos. We're going to talk about Carlos. In a minute. And then we have this article. The 15-minute city meets human needs but leaves desires wanting. Here's why. Now, I was back in 2021. Mm. At long last, it appears that the worst days of the coffee venereal disease may finally be behind us. Despite early predictions of a lasting urban exodus, people are heading back. But the pandemic has brought some lasting urban changes, including the attribution of streets once used for cars and parking to bike lanes, parklets, and restaurants. One of the biggest urban ideas to emerge from the pandemic is the idea of the 15-minute city or 15-minute neighborhood. Developed by French urbanist Carlos Moreno, 15-minute cities refers to a place where all the necessities of daily life, shops, schools, workplaces, doctor offices, parks, libraries, restaurants, and other amenities are located in a short 15-minute walk or bike ride from home. In this way, each neighborhood becomes an isochrone, an area that can be explored within a given time, giving all residents access to their needs, a convenient walk away. The 15-minute city aims to reorganize physical space around the human experience of time. Workers can live near their offices or co-working spaces, eliminating the commute. Well, that's not really working out too well now, is it? Because these companies that have these big ass buildings want their workers to do a 3-2 split or 2-3 split and just rotate it every week. Yeah. You think they had all these buildings built and paid for, still paying mortgage and property tax. You think what they gonna do with them? So you're basically gonna have 15-minute cities around gaudy skyscrapers. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see them doing that. Narmer X, hello. This is just imprisonment. That's what it really is. Of course, that's what it is. Film animation art. Hello. You'll be tracked 24/7 like in a prison. Yep. Oh, they're gonna have cameras everywhere too. They're gonna be scanning you. Well, let me not say too much because they might get mad at me. Anyone can walk to a small nearby park without having to hunt for parking spaces. Okay. People can do that in New York City right now and in Chicago. What's the problem? Community building will benefit too. Parceling a city into smaller units makes it far more manageable from a social point of view. Here's the boy, they said all this money got all these smart people and they just dumb. People were staying away from people during this whole thing. They're still not really interacting with people. I guess they're not outside. People still really aren't interacting with people like they used to. You think this is going to make it any better? People are going to be even more freaked out. Let somebody in this 15-minute city have the thing. Yeah. What are you going to do if there's an outbreak in these 15-minute cities? You're going to shut down the whole city? Let me know. Maybe that's the plan. Yeah! All right. I guess they didn't. All that money they got for these think tanks, they didn't factor that into it. Yeah. Various cities around the world have begun to embrace the 15-minute city approach. For an instance, Melbourne is proposing a self-contained communities with an 800-meter radius. Portland's climate action plan calls for more vibrant neighborhoods in which 90% of the residents can walk or bike to fulfill their daily needs. Well, Portland, I think for the most part, especially Beatzilla and them, they gonna call what the acronym of the climate action plan is CAP. That ain't gonna happen. But the most vocal proponent of the concept remains Paris, where the concept originated. Its mayor, Anne Hidalgo, has been championing the Ville du Quat d'Hier since early 2020 and has embedded it into a broader plan to promote active mobility in lieu of cars. Car speed has been limited to 30 kilometers per hour on many streets. Automobiles have been banned along the sign one Sunday each month, and plans to include a bike lane on every street by 2024 are also in the works. Yay! More bike accidents. Yay! Black Bitcoin, hello. Most cores don't even own the building they are in. They're just renting, leasing the floors. Facts. Armor X said it's a cage. You won't be able to leave when something big happens. The government can declare an emergency out of anything. Yep. Allah, hello. Control and herd the masses. Facts. He ain't controlling me. This is Norma X said this also enforces even stricter segregation. If you're not from that neighborhood, these motherfuckers will have cops, drones, robots, or harass you, aka diaspora. Ooh, I'm glad you said that, Norma X. We're gonna talk about that. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to talk about that. Did you know that Carlos Marina did a TED talk about the 15-minute city? Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. I would love to play it for you guys, but I cannot because TED Talks are notorious copyright strikers. So I cannot play it. But what I am going to do for you guys, so you can check this out after the show or in your leisure time, is there's the website. You can go listen to it. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. Sell You Realty, hello. Your song is good. The one that you sent me is good. I have to listen to the updated version, but yeah, it's a good song. Check out CRU's music if you can. Let's say it's employ to strip individuals of their right to own and control property. Yep. You will own nothing and like it. You will like it. But yes, let's talk about old Carlos. Carlos. Yes, he's not actually French. He's from Colombia, son of immigrants, farmers, as they say. So we know what that means. Take his word and don't get upset. Because once this falls in, we're going to fall it at his feet. Screw 15-minute cities. We don't want this. We don't want this. But who said it? Norma X brought up the robots. He brought up the robots. Family, did you know that New York City is about to roll out the robots? They're going to have goddamn RoboCop on the street. Yes.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the?
That's right. Tabernacle. Look at what we got here. Boston Dynamics. Lord have mercy. Whoever's giving them money needs to be kicked in the head. They need to be kicked in the head. You heard what I said. They need to be kicked in the head. No, you know what? That's too violent. I'm sorry. That's too violent. I apologize. They need to have this happen to them. Just like that. Whose idea was this? Do you see this yellow monstrosity? Let's listen to the yellow monstrosity, shall we? Fair use.
Well, it looked like something out of a movie in Times Square today. Officials unveiled the newest development in police technology, including a RoboCop and the return of the NYPD's controversial robotic dog. The question now is, how will all of this technology be used by the department? Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Rich.
They even got the dog crip walking. Baby, would you like to come see the dog crip walk? The dog is crip walking. I know they call it cop walking, but this dog is crip walking. You got to see this. New York City is putting robot dogs back on the street. Look at this dog crip walk.
How will
Watch the
all of
dog
this
crip walk.
technology be used by the department?
Look at that
Eyewitness
crip
News
walk.
reporter
That
Kimberly
crip walk is
Richardson has
fire.
the details.
Look at this. You
I've
saw
never
that
seen something like that in real life.
because it's a robot, but it crip walked. Shout out to the Crips. I'm not making fun of y'all. I'm just saying. The only reason why I said that is because this was that anchor you saw was Liz Cho from New York City, but ABC 7 Los Angeles picked up the story. I'm just saying. Crip just came to me. Shout out to the Crips and the Bloods. Shout out to them.
It's back.
DigiDog is out of the pound.
Its name is Spot and might
Right
just
in
show up in
Brooklyn.
your neighborhood this summer. The
My
NYPD purchased a pair of the remote-controlled robotic dogs using forfeiture money. Price tag $750,000.
Each.
They're not going to be used for patrol. This is a life-saving device. It's going to be used for hostage situations.
Negro, stop lying. Talking about you ain't gonna use this for patrol. Negro, stop lying. Okay? Don't tell that lie. Whose man's is this? We know what they're gonna be used for. They're gonna be rolling down people's blocks, scanning. Let you raise your voice to a level they don't like. That dog is going to send out the signal and cops are rolling up to your crib. We not even going to tell this lie. But you stand there with the Biden in Brooklyn. Damn it, I said his name.
Insult to my existence.
Threats, counterterrorism situations.
We first met DigiDog under the previous administration back in December of 2020.
The thing
but its
climbed
time with the
steps.
department was short-lived. After hitting pause, Mayor Adams tells me this technology is now needed to move the NYPD forward.
I am going to use technology with transparency to keep this city safe. And others just weren't willing to do that, and I am.
I am ready for my close.
He don't even care.
VK5
He brought out R2D2.
a fully autonomous robot with cameras, an emergency help button, and ability to transmit real-time data. And finally, this system for vehicle pursuits.
What is this? What the hell is that? Baby, you remember Too Fast, Too Furious? You remember when they were chasing Brian in the car and they used that harpoon to shut his car down? These motherfuckers just had this right here. Man, get me my Gundam already and let me go to the asteroid belt and take my chances. Let me float. Look at this thing.
And finally,
Look
this
at this.
system for vehicle pursuits. Officers can deploy GPS tags that will attach to cars, a way to avoid dangerous high-speed chases.
This is supposed to stop. They shoot this so they don't have to chase you. So they'll find you later.
People will find a way to take that off.
Thank you.
The mayor insists this is just the beginning of
He
a
got
series of
RGT,
rollouts. The city quote
R2D2.
scanning the globe looking for similar technology. But not everyone's on board, believes all of this goes too far.
Yo, how y'all like her fit? Hang on. How y'all like her fit? She got like the pink and the fuchsia going with the white pants. Y'all like her fit? And the silver sneakers? I don't know. How y'all feel about her fit? Damn, I didn't even know I had so many comments again. Number X says people need more reasons to get out of New York City. This mother climbed steps. Imagine seeing this thing walking through the projects. Eric Adams is desperate. I don't know what for. He got reelected. He got elected. He got another 3 years. Ricky Jones, hello. This is maddening. Norma X said, always some damn Europeans in black bodies. Between robotic cops, Detroit increasing filing for bankruptcy, we're getting closer to that. Facts. Film animation. D Shep said, saw the release of the Robo Dog. Yes. I'm telling you, this thing on the top, so they're gonna have a laser in that month. No, you know what they're gonna have? They're gonna have the taser in there, and then when that don't work, the side gonna come out like RoboCop and shoot you, and they say you was resisting. Norman X said, "Oh, a racist human controls it." Of course. So you get your EMPs. Between robotic dog. Oh, you just said that already. Norman X said, "Who wants electric cars?" I don't. They're gonna turn off your car with that ish. Yep. And a ridiculous tank hair color. She's a New Yorker. I don't know if she's from New York, actually. We'll see. I don't think she's from New York.
Far. What if these turn on us? That's AI. We don't know exactly how far AI is going.
Others question the city making this move without public input.
Look at him, he crip
Something
walking
the mayor
again.
says will be part of the process. Then there's this.
Oh, well, look, there it is. That's why I'm concerned.
Oh, look at the
He
dog.
fell.
The dog.
He fell.
In New York City streets.
Not so fast. Spot may be down, but by no means out.
Wait a minute, it
Kimberly
fell.
Richardson, Channel 7.
So the dog just like the cops. That's what I thought. She's not from. How the hell? She 39. Hey, baby. You remember Kimberly Richardson on ABC 7? Come look at her face. They said she 39. How's she our age? She look way older than us. We kind of grew up with this woman. Houseway. Where is he? They said she 39. She look like somebody's grandma. I ain't gonna hold you.
For similar technology, but not everyone's.
That's what it said on her Wikipedia. It says she 39. Look. She was born in 83. Damn. She must have had a hard life down there in DC. You heard what I said. That's what they said. You see that dog was sea walking. You saw it. Boy, stop. They gonna chase him and then they go double back on the dog and kick it down the stairs. Yo, imagine you getting chased by this thing, you dive into traffic and then get hit by a car or a taxi. God, no. They be like, that's attempted murder on a cop. I ain't laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because this is sad, blood. You see how they doing us. But family, what if I told you this ain't the worst thing? What if I told you this ain't the worst thing? Who remembers playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game? Who remembers that? Y'all remember when the robots used to jump out of the manhole? Yeah. Tabernacle. This is also going to happen in New York City. Robots in the Big Apple. Robo trash cans patrolling New York Plaza make friends creep out some. Fam, look at this story. Cornell University researchers put robotic trash cans in New York City. They wanted to see how people interacted with the robots in public areas. Why is he controlling it? Fam, no, we're not talking Turtles in Time. We're talking about the first one. The first one, not Turtles in Time. Fam, what is going on? No, we don't want none of this. We don't want none of this. You got a crip walking dog that could take you out. Now we got trash cans. Oh, Lord. We in trouble, fam. We in trouble. Because we got people on both sides of the political aisle who don't understand that you didn't tell us none of this. Y'all hid this. Now that we found out, did our research, and we say no, y'all getting upset. Y'all just said, fuck it, we just gonna throw it outside. Y'all deal with it. $750,000. $750,000. Y'all out here, man. This is what we doing. Boy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who remembers 10-10-10 K9 Cop? That TV show back in the day. Who remembers this? This is what we're going to see, except that this is going to be a robo dog. This is what they're doing to us, family. Shh. Shredder button in Call of Duty right now. Shit. Oh my God. We can't even live. No, my ex-brother KJ, I'm just waiting for the dollar to be worth less than a Mexican peso and I can look to better country to live in. Mexico's trying to get the BRICS, family. Mexico's trying to get into BRICS. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? I saw this today. This is just one of them. I saw that. This was back in April 7th. We in trouble. What if that dog flip out on us? He just crip walk all over your face. What's stopping them from putting a mini bear trap in their mouth? Film animation artist says these robo dogs shoot an unarmed black person. You can't arrest anyone and even file a lawsuit. You can file a lawsuit against the police department. I don't know how far it's gonna go. Well, if you could get the serial number, we might get some. We go sue Boston Dynamics. What if this turns on the cop? Oh no. Hey. Who played the new Far Cry 6? Who played the new Far Cry 6? It's a game on you know, whatever. I'll try to see if they got the video. They got this thing in there called K9000. Now it's a robo dog. It came from the Far Cry 3. It was inspired by the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon DLC. Now this thing is fire. It can absorb. It can take what is it called? I think it's resistant to fire and it has good shielding against explosives. But if it dies, it explodes. What if they set this up to do this? Oh, you played it, kept crashing your PC. Yeah. All right, it's family time to walk with cooking oil in your pockets. Drop some oil on the floor. Can't walk. Shit. I just want to see how this thing go perform in the snow and that ice. Boy, I can't wait till somebody say, "Hey, somebody stole our dog, our robo dog." I can't wait because some Negroes or some Latinos gonna take that dog. Like, look, I'm gonna make it do tricks, Peron. I'm gonna make it do tricks. Hey, roll over, Pero. Lord have mercy. What is going on in this world, blood? We got 15-minute cities, Robo Dog. They're developing RoboCop right now. Oh my God, what is going on? DigiDog, is that what it's called? DigiDog? Metalhead? I don't know. No, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Is it called DigiDog? Hey, roll over, Pero. And then shoot everybody. Jesus. Motherfucker. Wait till you piss one of them dogs off. And it goes into hyper mode.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
They put out them drones, and drones are turning on bad. No, man, brother KG, remember when we thought Metal Gear Solid was bugging? Shh. You play enough video games, hey, you figure out this shit's real out here. CRU Realty said, remember the special forces defeated AI by hiding in a box and moving in slowly. Yep. This is crazy. They don't care, family. They don't care. You will own nothing and like it. You will do something and deal with it. And I'm sitting there looking at you like, you're not putting me on top of somebody again. I'm trying to get this house. You're not putting me underneath or above somebody again. No. You can go play with yourself. Play with your own dogs. What about what they call it? Robo bestiality. What about them cops? Because you know them white cops they like playing with their dogs, especially they women. What if that one cop take the dog home? He has to like watch it for like a night, and his wife see it, and she see him crib walking, and she might get the idea. A little too far. I'm just saying.
And folk, them white people lost their mind.
Yeah, because we know they ain't gonna put it in the white neighborhoods. We know there's Norman X. Tell me, you gonna see this in Bayside? Hell no. You ain't gonna see this in Bayside. You're not about to see this in Mill Basin. You're not gonna see this in Brooklyn Heights unless there's an influx of Negroes. You try to get to work, you trip over one of these things, you going to jail. Tell me if I'm lying. You trip over one of them police dogs, they're gonna call that assault, you going to jail. Facts. Yankee Stadium. What? They're gonna be around the ring. They're gonna be on the ring on the top. You do something, that mother jumping from there, gonna jump right on you. Oh my good God. Jamaica Avenue. What? I'm just trying to go to VIM and here you come with this police dog following me in the store. I just wait for I just wait when they try to mess with them young cats. Them young cats pick that thing up and throw it in front of a bus. There's just so much that can go wrong. What if they're patrolling the subway platform and they try to mess it up, just pick it up and throw it on the track? What is going on? Oh my God. I don't mean to make jokes, family, but this is it. It would be sad if it wasn't so funny. If I didn't find the humor in it, I would just be like, the hell. He said he gonna hit him with a scooter. Scooter, you mean the city bike? Imagine getting chased by one of these things and you want a city bike. Oh my God. You gotta call Will Smith in him. All right, folks, you know what time it is. And it's gonna be an extended version because I ain't get to do it last week. It's time for Twitter things. All right, folks, you know how we do Twitter things. I curate videos over the past week on Twitter. Well, this week is 2 weeks that are either thought-provoking or funny. We're going to start here. This is the YSL trial. If this was my lawyer, he fired on the spot. He's fired on the spot.
So, I start by saying that this assertion that I did not mention the 4-3 argument.
Don't worry about that, okay? Because it wouldn't be, I'd have to do it anyway. So Don't even worry about that, okay?
Okay. I was just saying that it's just not true. It's capped, to be honest. But that aside, though, I just, like to go back.
Sir, did you just say in open court and on the record that it's cap? It's cap. Fire him. Fire him. Fire that man. Cap. Say less. Let's see what Tucker Carlson was talking to some white guy who looks like whiteface, but all right.
Tucker, this gender stuff in the schools is out of control. My son came home yesterday. He said, "Dad, look what I learned in school." And he proceeded to finger my asshole.
Pause.
I didn't even know trans people were real until that shooting. Climate change is a very real threat. And the Jews control the weather, so I don't know why they're not doing anything about it. I mean, how does a child even have the finger strength to do that? The Daily Wire keeps sending me emails asking me to buy a cup of Abby Shapiro's breast milk. I'm also being indicted by Alvin Bragg, but it's a bullshit charge. He's just attacking me because I have a video of him on my phone putting an entire frozen turkey breast in his mouth and sucking on it like a Jolly Rancher. Meanwhile, Meghan McCain's got her foot stuck in a bear trap outside of a Fort Lauderdale Chili's. She's been there for 3 days. She keeps trying to bite everybody who tries to help her. I took a bath with Nancy Pelosi, and when I hit the lever to drain it, all the water went in her pussy. Listen to me, Tucker. The biggest threats facing America today are globalism, woke culture, all-women podcasts. Nobody wants to hear the inconvenient truth, but here's the fact of the matter, Tucker. Study after study shows that conservative men have diarrhea more often than liberal men. But liberal women have diarrhea more often than conservative women. Inflation, werewolves, black people. You're misunderstanding me. When it shrivels enough, it rests on my scrotum and it points straight out. And so if you flip it over, it would be the shape of an igloo, hence upside down igloo.
It's a joke, family, but it's funny as hell. It's a joke. Norma X said these motherfuckers in court with massive. Yes, it's a requirement in what is it? In state offices, state city offices, you still have to wear masks down here. So yeah. No more Tucker tries to tear the older he gets. Let's move on. Here we go.
Craving for something I want to eat. I need some cheese, tomatoes, and olives, and maybe even some meat.
Pause.
I need some pizza, 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 pizza. Every time I want that pizza, 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 pizza. I go to David's Pizza.
David's Pizza, 209-477-2677.
Pizza.
Pizza. What's up with my man's hairline though? Pizza. Say less. Pizza. That's for all my Chicago people when y'all tell me about Geno's East and Molinari's. Let's have fun. You'll like this. So it says, MAGA lunatic Christy Noem says the media has people believing the NRA is only made up of old white guys and that there's diversity in the NRA. Then the camera reveals the crowd. Let's see the crowd.
Like a traditional NRA member, the media would have us believe that the NRA is only made up of old white guys. And all you old white guys can be proud and raise your hands.
Yeah! White power!
But there's a lot of other people, a lot of diversity within the NRA. Well, let me tell you something. I may be a mom and a grandma, but I am the NRA.
Looks like a whole lot of diversity to me. What do you think, family? Is that a whole lot of diversity? Yeah! White powder. White hour. White hour. This is all I see in there. I see unseasoned barbecue, and sauce does not count. I see a whole lot of MAGA. And I also see this at 11:30 at night with husband, wife, and hillbilly daughter. But we're gonna be nice today. We're gonna be nice today. We're gonna be nice. No, we're not. That is a lot of non-diversity. White powder. Let's move on. Let's get some color.
Oh, her was selling it for $5.
Yes, some.
Would you mind telling us the story of how you met? Oh, her was selling it for $5.
My man. My man.
Bought it for $5.
Bought it for $5.
Big investment. Is this how you remember it?
No, that is not how we met.
She'll be all right. Come on, baby. How do you remember how you two met?
We met, I was sitting in the diner with my family, and we were having breakfast after church, and he offered to pay the bill for my entire family. And he left his number with the waitress to give to me.
You were sitting at a different table?
Yes. By myself. I got the courage. I was watching it for a little while, for a couple months, and I just went over it and went for it.
What's your favorite thing about him?
He's so loving. He's so loving and caring. He gives his all. He gives himself.
What's your favorite thing about him?
She's a great mom. She's a great mom, great person, great wife.
What's your biggest pet peeve about him?
He gives his all to everybody and doesn't include himself.
What's your biggest pet peeve about him?
Her phone. Too much action on the phone.
And what are you most excited for in the future? Names?
Kenny Kim.
Thank you so much.
That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Leave Sarah alone. I haven't even begun to not leave Sarah alone. We're going to see some Sarahs. You saw the blind midget. I'm glad you saw the blind midget. All right, let's go. Yes. Now, she's over there in DC. She a reporter. Her husband finna roast her. Let's hear.
What's up? Finna get y'all this quick tutorial. Okay, hit the cheeks underneath the chin. You've got to get the eyebrows. You've got to get them. Thank you for the Statue of Liberty headdress. Them brows is not Atlanta. Real quick, I did want to show you this brand. It's Tartelette. It's called Tartelette. It's going to make a boy hop in my DMs and say, I'm pretty. Oh my God, I feel like a Disney princess. 24 karat magic on my eyes. Dude, I just wanted to say, don't be afraid to use a red marker on your face. It's not just for the whiteboard. You could use it on your eyes. Lashes and eyebrows, concealer, and highlights. Now, if I was doing this, I'd draw in a fake hairline. But she's working on a beard right here. But if you really want to get saucy, dip that brush in Kool-Aid powder and wipe it on your cheeks. But if you're trying to get flued out, you need to be glued out with them lashes, girl. Sheesh, how many more steps we got? And then you want to spray yourself with the water of a living word. This is a long process, no cap. And top it off with the Hillary Banks sweater.
Well, there you go. I can't believe you females be doing this much work. Who was twerking on OnlyFans? Don't do that. Nah, she cool people. Here we go. Over in the UK, you know, they like cussing out animals and people in cars.
This bitch landed on my car. Fuck you.
Every
Fuck
single
you.
morning.
Fuck you. 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 Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Get off my car. No, get off my car. Get off my car. No, get off my car. Get off my car. Get off my fucking car. The paint's bitch.
That's the UK for you. I think actually no, I don't think it said. I don't think it said he's telling them to bounce. I think he was telling them your time is over. It belongs to the black people. Not the fleers, like the real ones. That was kind of mean, I know.
If you're not careful, I'll give you a look at.
Here we go.
There's a sandwich.
Now, look here. Let me let it play before I get my commentary on this.
For you in the back, we just want to know how it is.
Oh, it's good. Thank
It's
you.
good.
Mhm.
You like it? What would y'all rate it through 10? 10?
Yeah.
That was Donatello. That's our dog. This one was about like probably 6 months old, but like 3 weeks in the freezer. So
In the freezer.
it's like a new business we're trying to start up. That's why we're just on the sidewalks right now. But eventually we're gonna be up there with like the big dogs.
Just gave no dog. You didn't do that, did you? So y'all going around feeding people Donatello? That's not. You can't do that. It's a prank. Y'all finna say sorry.
No.
Why are y'all taking food from people off on the street that you didn't pay for? Yeah. Let's continue.
I can react to this news right now. Okay? Do you remember during last month, we all sat through that TikTok committee hearing and we just heard about how, they were grilling the TikTok CEO and they were screaming at him that it was all Chinese spyware and they're going to steal our information. While that was happening last month, documents from the Pentagon were being leaked online from January until very recently, and we had no idea where the documents were coming from. There were members of the Department of Defense thinking this was a high-level member of the bureaucracy that was being blackmailed, maybe somebody who was being paid off, all these different things. And we finally have the answer, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It was a Discord server. It was a Minecraft Discord server. Hundreds of documents putting our entire spy network at risk. And it was not TikTok. It was a Discord server where people discuss Minecraft and share racist memes called Thug Shaker Central. It was full of a bunch of teenagers. And one teenager was a 21-year-old guy named Jack Texiera. And Jack posted on there trying to get clout. Jack posted, all you guys are nothing but a bunch of betas. I have high-level military clearance. And somebody replied, no, you don't, you cuck. So Jack started posting pictures of Ukrainian battle plans, lists of spies all over the world that are helping America. Oh my God. He didn't do this for political reasons. He didn't do this for...
Damn it, I knew it was going to do that.
Of new congressmen and senators sitting at access because he works in IT, and everyone in our government's so old, no one thought, don't give the 21-year-old guy who's on Discord servers all day access to the United States worldwide intel network. Now, we're going to have to sit through a House committee of new congressmen and senators sitting there with their questions for the CEO of Discord. They're going to have to say things like, I see on Discord you have a thing called Discord kittens. Tell me, does uwu mean a good thing, yes or no? That's what we're going to have to sit through. There's going to be a member of Congress who's going to have to ask the question. We were reading through the chat logs here, and it says, Tracer Rule 34 Futon. I was going to try to look that up on my phone, but my intern knocked my phone out of my hand. Is that part of the Chinese spy network? I'm dead serious. This is so dumb. And it's because our government's run by the oldest people possible while our technology has been advancing faster than they ever have. We have members of Congress who are older than television.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Colonizers. This is the same people who said they contributed to hip hop. They are roasting them in the comments. And no, that was not me that replied. They are getting roasted in the comment thread.
What should I play next, y'all?
They must be trying out for the new Selena series. The next season. Lord have mercy. They tried to shake something they ain't got.
Sorry, y'all. My camera person not here.
Somebody said stop the music. Maybe they said, oh Lord. Okay, ma'am, in the white and black, if you're not even gonna put in effort, just stop. By the way, family, this is a sorority, by the way. She going hard for no reason. Why are y'all doing that? I see why there's like 20 people there. Why is this one in the track pants? She don't know what she doing. Oh, Lord have mercy. What was that? What was that? Listen, fam, y'all might as well just play this. Y'all might as well have just played that. What was she doing? What were all of them doing? What? Never mind. Everybody think they can dance. All right. There you go. Another reason why they're bringing out these police dogs.
Morning.
I can't show what he's about to do, but let's just say he whipped out a gun on camera. Over there scaring white people. So we're going to skip that part.
Hey, look, check it out. Check it out.
Check what out?
See a fire, keep that. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Negro.
Respect that.
Negro. No. Yeah. Dummy. Team Mustard, hello. You seem new. Hello. That's what you get, dummy. Everybody want to flex on film. Oh, and they got your mans over there. Dummies. If you call up your people and ask you to bail you out and they ask you what you did and you say this, I'm hanging the phone up. I hope they hang the phone up. Sit down and think about some life decisions. Get some. Get some. Get some. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get some. All right, for those who are listening on the audio, this black woman is trying to give a cat a bath. Yeah, we know how this is going to end up.
What the fuck happened? What the hell? Oh, damn no. I'm trying to get a damn cat a walk bath. Sick. Stop it.
We're done again.
Bitten up.
You put that.
You bite the fuck out of my hand.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. That cat gonna mess you up when you go to sleep. PBT just did a piece on that show off behavior today. Yes, he did. And please go listen to it if you have not listened to it. Here we go.
Whisperer. When this 10-foot-long python turned up in a neighbor's backyard, they didn't call animal control. They called the fearless teen. 16-year-old Anya Golightly remains cool as a cucumber as she holds the reptile right below its head. Her dad, Daniel, helps her put him in a bag.
Hold him tight.
When you saw this thing, did you hesitate at all to pick it up?
Like, I wasn't scared any, just more like, that's a big snake, you know?
Dad was a little scared, I ain't gonna lie.
Dad heard about the slithering creature on his Ring app neighborhood alert. Giant snake in my backyard. If it's yours or you want a big 10.
Come on.
The
I hate when
Whisperer.
Twitter does this.
When this term.
The whale.
Where is it?
Snake? She was like, sure.
Dad and brave daughter hopped in the car and drove 5 miles to the location. The Florida teen never flinched, even as the snake wrapped around her arm.
The whale was grabbing him when he was coiling around my hand. He was squeezing my hand tighter and tighter around his neck.
Now, you may have noticed during our interview, the snake whisperer had a snake around her neck and another in her hand. Turns out she's got quite the collection.
This is T'Challa.
She shows off her reptilian friends on social media.
They're just such misunderstood animals, wonderful, beautiful animals.
So, if you find a snake in your yard, better call Anya.
Gotcha.
All right, family. Unfortunately, I just had an emergency come up, so I'm going to have to end the show early. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I just had an emergency come up, so I'm gonna have to end the show early today. I'll probably do the rest of Twitter things on the live stream Saturday. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through, listening. Hopefully you learned something about 15-minute cities. Like I said, you can go do your research on that. I'm sure it'll be coming up more in the next few months. But yeah. Yeah. So take care, stay safe out there, and y'all know what to do when the agitators of peace come to mess up your existence.